Hey guys, what's happening? Here's Kanza, and today I'm going to be making a video based on which Android 17 assist you should be using. So obviously I've talked about, just the basics of if 17's on point, what assists you need with him to make the character really work. So obviously I said hard lockdown assist. Vegeta is decent, but you want real assists that people can't super dash through and DP through, etc. But this video is going to be about what assist should 17 have on your team, so A, B or C. Now I'm going to get into this, and obviously this is just for not beginners, but it's just for an overall understanding of the synergy that 17 can have with your team and really make him one of the key members in there. So first of all, we're going to start off with his A gear, which is his reverse gear, and this assist very, very good, because what it is, as you saw at the start, he barriers. So that barrier, similar to Android 18's, it takes a hit, and then afterwards his one actually retaliates, where he actually does a beam. So what happens when he does his beam is it actually gives you a wall bounce, which you can run up and hit confirm, which is really, really good, because especially if you're doing, let's say you have them on block and you want to go for an overhead reset or just a mix up, you can do something like this. Something like that, which is it's cheap, but it's really good. They bounce on the wall, you go back in and get your combo. And obviously if they don't block, so if it's, let's say no guard, if you land the overhead, 17's there. And you can do it late as well, like that. As you saw, that's quite late. So it's really, really good in that aspect, which is why I really like this assist. Another thing as well is that you can use it for mix-ups and cross-ups, which is it's good because you can leave your opponent confused with left-right mix-ups. So for a prime example is Vegeta. So everyone knows Vegeta has this, where he flies across the screen. So if you was to use this in a block string with Android 17, it would look something like this. So as you saw, he left the assist behind him, and if they were mashing buttons, let's say they tried to, I don't know, it's Bardock. What does Bardock do? Lariat. Lariat, right? You want to do it right as... There you go. So they can try and get back in, obviously, but they have to... There you go. So when you time it right like that, there you go. So when you time it right like that, obviously this example kind of hard to do with Bardock because his lariat, he just flies, but 9 out of 10 times your opponent won't be doing that, especially on a block string, unless they've just had enough and you've been whooping them the whole match. They're just I need to defeat this guy. But as you saw, with this type of block string, there we go. So it's just timing. But stuff like that is really good to do, as you saw, because it's a left-right mix-up. If they try and press other than reflect or something, or just generally block, they will get hit by that, fly across the screen, you get a full combo. So it's really good. You've got the overhead mix-ups, and you can even, they can't press. And if you don't want to, let's say, go for an overhead, etc., what you can do, trying to find the DR one I did. Yeah, there's a lot you can do. Here we go. This is it. There you go. So there's a lot you can do if your opponent's already. Yeah, it's really tricky to deal with. Don't do that, but just examples. So yes, that's why I think 17's A assist is really, really good in that sense, of just the general game plan, what you can do with it, situations you can put your opponent in, which is kind of cool. Obviously you got to experiment. There's different characters, everyone has different moves, different abilities that have different properties, so there's different ways you can make it pop. So I think it's really, really cool. Now the negative of this assist is it's prone to mashing, and I know it sounds mad, but he has a barrier, which is kind of my pet peeve of it. Sometimes if your opponent has mashed out, let's say 2 to 3 hits, sometimes it can just negate 17's A assist. And obviously I'm not saying that this should completely block everything, but obviously people can level 3 through it, they can super through it, etc. But if someone's mashing, this is why I've got team going on here, prone to just 5L, whatever. they can mash for it. So here's an example. Here we go. Yeah, he just, you know that sorry, you know that meme where they're just flying in space, that was 17. He was people can mash through it, which is kind of like a big problem if you're using it like directly in front of them, which is why I was trying to, it was like the tangent I was going in with like Super Saiyan Vegeta and how you can kind of like zoom past people, leave 17 behind you as like a mix up, but also 9 out of 10 times it will work. It's a barrier into a beam, so the first hit will tank something. But if they're mashing, like I didn't even time that, like I was just mashing. I just mashed it at 5-0 to just get rid of it. I don't want to see 17. So the assist is gone, and it's what's worst is characters like Teen Gohan that can go into EX legs straight after that. They just literally just stole their turn. they just stole their turn. And if I wanted to DP, is it backwards? Yikes! I'm not sure if it's. Yikes! Yeah. So there's a lot that people can do to get out of it. So you kind of just have to be wary. So jab, teleport back, and then fly back in, etc. That's one thing that I'd say. It's kind of like a letdown with 17's A assist. It's just that people can mash through it. Obviously, it is still a real assist, but against characters like Bardock, UI Goku, Teen Gohan, Broly's, sorry, both of the Brolys, and a couple others like Adult Gohan, Vegito, just deletes 17, stuff like that. The ASS struggles with, so just keep that in mind. But I still think this is definitely one of the best ones that he has, and you just kind of got to make it work with the team. So combos, the way that you can make it work is obviously, as I said, it bounces off the wall, so you can do like easy combo resets, which you've probably seen me do with like Beerus, is something like this, where you can. It allows you to kind of just like continue the combo, similar to like TN's A assist where he says the lumper, you hit them down, bounce back up, and then wall bounce, or like base Goku, A assist where he does like the hands, or Jiren's A assist where he does like the what's it? Is it like beams? I don't know what it is. He just looks at you and you just fly on the wall, whatever. That thing is similar to that. So it's the same properties, just a wall bounce type of assist. So it's very good, in my opinion. I think it's his best assist. And I generally think that it should be used 9 out of 10 times, but obviously it depends on what team you have. So the next assist I want to talk about is his B assist. So with, let's say, base Goku, right? Base Goku's B assist, you call him in, and as you can see, they have no meter whatsoever. You call the assist in, and you get one free, like a whole bar. Free, because he came in and did this. Because he came in and did this, you get a whole bar free. Then, on top of that, you call him in. He has Spirit Bomb already charged up. And obviously, it's not the full Spirit Bomb, where if it was fully charged, whoops, if it was fully charged, he would do that, you'd fly all the way up, and then he gets Spirit Bomb, etc. It's not that level, but he still does get a Spirit Bomb charge. Now, obviously, I think this B assist completely blows 17s out of the water, simply because obviously you get a whole bar, he gets a Spirit Bomb. It's just a very good B assist, right? So then 17 now, you call him in. I mean, it's good. It's good, but the A assist, in my opinion, you do that, it does the same thing. The A assist wall bounces them, gives you free barrier, and that's it. Like, that's good. You get a barrier, and it hits them, bang bang, bounce off the wall, and you can easily combo off of it, right? Whereas this assist is still good, but now that I've done that, I call 17 in, and You get power blitz for free. You don't need to combo, okay? You get it for free. Now, what I mean by you don't need to combo is that you don't need to manually sit down and power blitz. You don't have to do that all the time because of the assist. So it's good in that aspect, but in the long term, I think just for teams, I don't think that assist, it doesn't even need to be an assist in my opinion. I think they could actually give him something else, like a better assist. Even if it was just like, I don't know, like a assist but in the air. Like he's floating mid-air or wherever your character is, and he just does it that way. Or something else, or like a sliding assist where he just slides on the floor, like the whole screen or something like that. This assist, there's no real reason to use this, and I just think the A assist completely just blows this one out of the water. It's good, as I said, he gets power blitz for free, so you don't have to charge it in your combos like this, right? But the downside is like, now that I've done that, when I call 17 in next, right, to play, so you do this, whoops, obviously he's got new combo routes now, but you're kind of forced to burn meter. You're kind of forced to burn meter in some situations, because obviously you can't necessarily rely on your assist to combo off of power blitz for that specific combo route. But it's kind of meh. Obviously he's got new combo routes now like this, which is good. But then at this point, if you're doing basic combos with 17, obviously 9 out of 10 times you're not always going to be able to do an optimal combo, because in matches people, it's like a boxing match. When you can train all you want, but when you get in the ring, sometimes you just go blank, right? And you just play. So you're not going to be thinking, oh, I need to do this 9 out of 10 times. Sometimes you just play off of instinct. There's some people that do play like that, so that's fair enough. But in general, you kind of do go blank and you just kind of freestyle and go with what your body kind of makes you do. So if you're freestyling and you're not doing like, I don't know, jump cancels or re-jumps, etc., your combos will then start to look something, start to end like this. If you're using Axel like that, and then you'd have to jump into, you'd have to jump into 5L, super dash up, etc. So that's what your combos would start. You start going into those type of routes. Into routes like that, whereas before, even though it was kind of assist heavy, with these new buffs that 17's got, you don't even need to do that, because keeping power blitz in some aspect, like off cooldown, where you haven't charged it, it is better than having it as like a viable assist, because now you can do stuff like this. There we go. So even with that, as you saw, like if I had Vegeta, if I was playing as a point character and I use 17's B assist and then called him in, the combo route would have been like literally kind of like cut in half in some ways, because you can't combo into your assists with power blitz anymore. Obviously you've already got it docked and charged, but I don't think there's any real reason to use that assist. It's just not as good as the A assist. Like obviously you can, yeah, there's no reason to use it, because it's the same properties. He doesn't even move that far out. Like Krillin, his even though it's his C assist, his solar flare, it just tracks. Like wherever the enemy is, he just appears there. When you use 17's B assist, it's always at a set point where he's kind of like in front of you. So from what I've seen, they've meant for it to be used in that kind of way, where you knock people down into the assist and continue your combo. And I don't think there's anyone out there that actually consistently uses 17's B assist. If he used Power Blitz and got a bar charge like base Goku, that'd be sick. But he doesn't. He literally just gets B assist. And it's not even me being petty, it's the same thing. Goku gets Spirit Bomb charge, so he has a charged attack, and he gets a bar. 17 gets Power Blitz, and that's it. Obviously he knocked the opponent up, but that's it. That's it. If anything, take away him knocking the opponent up. Take that away. And what they could do to kind of make this even better is similar to Goku where he's charged. If he's charged up, and he has the Power Blitz, and obviously maybe he gets a bar, maybe he doesn't, but the second time you use it, so let's say I use it like this, the second time I use it, when I call him in again, he should throw it. But he doesn't. That's how they could make that good. If you're not going to give him a bar, then definitely I think that they should allow him then to just throw it, because then that would be better. As an assist, he comes in and he just throws the beams, because that way it kind of works out better, and then just shorten the cooldown on it by like half. Fine. Okay, so that was my mini rant on B assist. Now, finally, I'm going to talk about the C assist. I think this assist is very good for like hard lockdown. It's pretty much like a standard C assist that most characters have. Similar to, let's say, Bardock's C assist, where, let me try this. Here we go. Yeah, pretty standard. Everyone has one. They just appear in front of you. They appear in front of you, and they hit you like 2-3 times. You get a combo. This assist is good. There you go. And you can get your combo. So it's kind of standard for that. Very standard. On block is 2 hits. So it's just bang bang. But on hit, then you get the third extension, which is this bit here, where you get the knockdown, and you get your full combo extension. So it's good. It's just very standard, very basic. It's very good. But if anything, I'd say it's not really necessary to use. I think there's better C assists in the game, like even base Goku, Gotenks, Trunks, Trunks. I'm not sure if Adult Gohan's Masenko is a B assist, but it might be C. Stuff like that. I think those assists are kind of better because it's a beam into a combo. So bang. So as you saw, he hit me full screen with a beam, so you can't fly through it. And he comes out the sky, hits me on the floor again, bounce, etc. It's a regular beam, so as I said, you can't necessarily just, hey, I'm gonna super dash now, because, and even if you try and get out of it, if you block, it's a beam. So what I'm trying to say is, like, if you try and mash through it or something like that, you're gonna get clapped regardless of the button you've pressed, unless you DP, which is just Rago, and then you get punished. But there's nothing you can do about that. It's a beam. So characters like Vegeta would struggle. You have to hold it. You have to hold that. So yeah, it's very, very good. So I think, in my opinion, 17's best assist is definitely his A assist. Then I'd rank it C and then B. I think his B assist needs buffs. Obviously, he just got buffed. I'm aware of this. I know he's been updated, but he got a new RAM, he got a new hard drive. But I think the B assist is kind of lacking in comparison to some of the other characters in the game. And I think that they could make it better, even if they're not going to give him a bar, as I said. If you press the assist again, he should just throw the Power Blitz. That option should be there, I think, which would really change the way people would use 17 and some of the assists that he has. So in general, I'd recommend you guys, if you're going to play 17, only use A and C. There's no real reason to use B. A does what B does, it just doesn't give him Power Blitz, and you can use Power Blitz for your combos, and it's just, yeah, it's not a good assist in my opinion. This is definitely his worst assist. You won't see anyone using Dbfz. So definitely stick to A and C. So if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, post your comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you disagree with me, post your comments down below and we can talk about it and let me know what you think. But yeah, in general, I'm going to continue to do videos like this when I'm talking about 17 and even other characters that I'm playing and I'm interested in. I'm also interested in learning Beerus, which I'm currently doing at the moment, Hit and some others, as just like, you know, points or anchors for my team, or just generalist characters to support 17. But if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. I'm going to be making more ranked match videos that I've had where I analyse how I play, and I even might have my camera in as well, just so you guys can see my facial expressions, me getting upset or whatever. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, peace.